Hi, Coach. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
Okay, great. We'll get started with questions. And first question will be from Thad.
Hey, Sean, how you doing?
Good, Thad. How you doing?
I bet you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
First of all, just injury stuff. Coming out of the game, Jordan Phillips and David Questenberry, and then also an update on Dion, who didn't play, obviously, last game.
Yeah, I think Dion, all those guys are improving. We'll see how they do this week. Kind of put them all in one category there.
Anything else other than those two guys that came out with any sort of injury information or update?
Reggie tweaked his ankle, so he also is improving every day. So put him in that as well.
Okay, I know you guys focus on yourselves, but there were a number of results yesterday that certainly improved the situation of your own team. What was the reaction around the building as things kind of fell your way around the league yesterday?
To be honest with you, pretty matter, kind of just business as usual. Certainly, focused on this Jets team, and it's a team that beat us in the first go around. So we got to, figure out a way to get it done this go around. And
then kind of on the same vein a little bit, but you finally get a mini bye after what you guys have been through the last couple of weeks. How refreshed, how energized, how much better do you feel to start this week? That's going to be hopefully much more normal than what you've had lately.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's that little mini bye, like you said, came at the right time. We pushed through 3 games in a short amount of time there, and it was good to get away a little bit, to get a couple of days rest, and get back at it this morning.
What was relaxing like for you? I'm assuming it's not a bunch of beers and a pool table and stuff like that, but what did you do over the weekend, if anything?
Yeah, I just said I was just telling Derek that I took a donut home to eat on Friday night, and my dog ate it. So, I was a dad. I enjoyed being a dad this weekend and being around the kids more than anything.
All right, good to hear, Sean. Thanks for your time today. I appreciate it.
I appreciate that.
Coach Mookie Ark well for Sports 1080. Dog eat homework, dog eat donuts, dogs eat everything around here.
That's it, buddy. That's it.
Well, let's talk about this Thursday night, and I'm talking about McDermott ball, vintage McDermott ball at its best, playing with a sense of physicality against a tough team against New England. Coach, care to talk about it?
Yeah, I thought it was a rather complete game in all 3 phases. I thought our players played physical at the line of scrimmage and were able to, somewhat control that line of scrimmage, and also, played good complementary football where all 3 phases fed into the victory.
Absolutely. Now, how would you be able to sustain that going into this week?
Well, it's that time of year, it's December, and you want to play your best football. And, I got to have a great week of preparation in order to do it. Really, that's where it starts.
Speaking of, playing your good football in December, Bennett Tigers, you had a first glimpse of those guys. They won the state championship yesterday. Coach, you got any words for Coach McDuffie and his team?
Well, congrats. I had a chance to watch that team a few weeks ago. It seems like a year ago, but just a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And they looked awfully good in the game that I watched them. And I know a lot of those kids are coached by you, Mookie. So my hat goes off to you as well. And, hey, developing children, developing youth is a lost art anymore. When you find good coaches, you got to keep them.
Absolutely. No, we're glad we got you here. So good luck this week, Coach.
All right, man. Thanks.
Hey, Sean. Matt Bove, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Hey, I know this is something you've talked about in the past, but kind of taking the schedule and dividing it into quarters and, kind of each going through the way the schedule moves along. So as we get ready for this final quarter or 5 games, if you will, what is kind of the mindset as you finish out a season compared to maybe some of those other quarters of the season?
I think probably the most common mindset that I've been around is just the push. That's really where we're at in the phase that we're in. As you said, the last quarter of the season, or 5 games in this case, in this quarter, and it's really the push to the end here and see where you're at the end of it. So, this is when teams have to play their best football and come together, continue to come together as a team, and do the things that are necessary to win games. And that starts with great fundamentals and taking care of the ball.
Is there anything you can do as a coach or that you guys can do as a team to try and hit your stride at the right time? Because I know that is so important. Everybody's always like, get hot at the right time. Is that anything you guys can do, or is it just kind of happen?
I think it's a little bit of both. It comes down to leadership, player-driven leadership, number one. I think that's driven by them and the urgency by which they approach every day. And, as they always say, the best players have to play the best in these types of times. And we've got to do our best job coaching as well. So it's a challenge for all of us, and it's a competitive league. But at the same time, we look forward to our game this weekend against a team that beat us and in a division here.
Thank you, Sean.
Hey, Sean, just to follow up quickly on David Questenberry, was that early in the game and something he had to play through? And either way, just what did you make of his last game?
Yeah, I thought he really did a good job pushing through it. And yes, it was earlier in the game. And like I said, he did a good job pushing through there.
Thanks.
That's all the questions for today. Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks, guys.